this map of Dust 2, which is played a lot for this squad. Both squads, I believe, play it quite frequently. Anyway, it's Dust 2, so everyone knows it. And we're already jumping into the action, guys. This one started already. It's sitting at 2-2, tied up. And we've got 4 Rex, Supa Smith, Aries, 598 Cactus, Jay Schleg, and Aries, 2 Aries. We got another one. 8X. Oh my god. This is going to be interesting. Officer family going to plant the bomb. Pope copying MMSC. Kim Jong-un. Twice New York. You guys, I love your names in open. It's fun to see them. Kim Jong-un going to get, I don't know, man. I'm going to say that the whole time. I'm just going to laugh each time, I guess. But third round likely secured off of that frag, and it was just an anti-eco here for Eps for family. Jay Schleg tries to activate. And, well, they're just hunting them down. Officer family, why not? They want to get all the frags. Cactus gets a $50 bounty for his squad with that one frag, but that's all they'll find in the round as Officer family have the 3-2 lead. Maybe we could bring the scoreboard up here just to see how this played out so far. Okay, so pistol round won by Rec, and then the follow-up won as well, but it got down to only 1 player, and that really hurt the economy of Rec. That's why we're seeing off of that next round victory and the string of 2 afterwards that Officer family are having that economic advantage. It all makes sense having dug back into those stats. But let's get into the action live now. 6th round. AWP is out for Aries, 598. Pope looking for an opening fight. Great flashbang thrown by Kim Jong-un. Twice New York. Or NY. I'm saying New York because just, I don't know. It's going to get that Aries. 598 finds the op frag. How are we going to differentiate these two? I'm going to have to think about this live here. I didn't expect 2 Aries to be in this one. Although I should have. Because they're both on the team. .105 on the clock. Maybe we'll just go by the suffixes 598 and 8X. That sounds good, actually. Anyway, Supa Smith taking care of Kim Jong-un. MMSC gets the insta trade. Aries 598, the last one standing with the AWP. 1v2. 598. What can you do? He will hit that shot onto MMSC and get the follow-up on Coffeeing. Well done with the AWP. A 3K in the round. Celebration from our observer, and certainly a celebration from Aries 598. As he will bring his team back into contention with a 3rd round on the board to tie things up. Nice retake coming through. Not the easiest of tasks. F is for family kind of stacked up there. I don't want to say, sorry, not stacked up, lined up there a little bit for him and gave him 2 1v1s when that shouldn't have been the case. But I do understand. They didn't expect 598 to be there that quickly. And once he was, he had no mercy. So, F is for family. We'll bring out another buy up here, and they already tag 8X down to 27. That was Kim Jong-un finding that shot. Twice. And Mr. Kim going in towards mid. Supa Smith. What do you got for us? How Supa will you be? Well, that's pretty good. Frag onto MMSC. Early man advantage. 598 waiting at long. Pope going to be engaging with him, and Pope overlooks it completely. 598 almost whiffs the spray too. Perhaps a bit scary, but he does collect himself to ensure that the frag comes through. Jay Schleg, a little bit of damage onto Coffeeing, and F is for family getting peppered down at this point. They have to make a move. They're just getting stalled out at every turn. Coffeeing has a smoke forced out there to deny the damage from the incendiary, and Mr. Kim will miss the shot. 40 seconds left now. Smoke toss by Rec. That'll deny even more time and space from F's for Family, so they decide to go right in the opposite direction. The B site, their final destination. Mid-to-B smoke's going out, but they have to hightail it towards this site, and Super Smith knows that, so he can put a lot of pressure on here and deny them completely. This is a great angle for him to hold. If he hits the shots, which he doesn't, Coffeeing finds that one. J Schleg, one, not a second, but it will be trades back and forth until Twice falls for the round. 5-9-8 will get that last one, and it is a 4th round picked up by Rec. Great recovery for them after losing those 3 in a row. They get 2 in a row of their own and retake the lead that they had after that pistol round victory. $5-9-8. Staring down with the AWP, hoping to continue his success with the big green in his hands. In the meantime, Coffeeing, hoping that his team can wake up. 8x, instant opening frag onto Kim Jong-un, and then 5-9-8 will find MMFC. This is continuing to go well for the Rec side. A very mixed buy-up as well for F Family. Feels like there's a bit of miscommunication in terms of their economy usage in this round, but it doesn't really matter at the end, at least not for Rec, because they're just going to take care of business. Twice the last one standing. Spotted out, and Super Smith backs off momentarily to give himself a more favorable angle, and will win the fight in the end. 3rd in a row for the Rec squad. Still a bit of a weird economy. Yeah, timeout called. That makes sense. Talk things over. Some players investing previously, some not. Some below 500. A couple were, the others weren't. So I imagine that they'll go for a half buy in this round to balance things out, get everyone around the 2K mark. Kim Jong-un, or Kim Jong-gun, going to have the revolver, the R8, not oft used, but can be effective, very precise, accurate. But difficult to fire, because you have to hold it down and you wait, there's a little bit of a delay. I don't know. It's a weird one. Never understood it when it was added, and I still don't. Super Smith will fall to the Deagle. As you can see, the Deagle behind Kim Jong-un does more damage there. A lot faster because you don't have to wait for each shot. Anyway, I won't get angry at the R8 any further or criticize it. It's okay. J Schleg sprays down twice. F's for Family are hoping for an eco round victory here. 5-9-8, fires a shot, throws the incendiary in towards lower. Nade lands right by his side, so he's going to be probably falling off of this one. Cactus is waiting towards mid to do some damage here with the A4. There's the first, not the second. Great trade from Coffeeing, but he takes a lot of damage to the engagement. Throws the AK to his teammate as a result. Pope has full health. J Schleg cycling back with the AK. The biggest problem for Rec right now is everyone is on a different part of the map. Like, you have one top mid, one A, one B, which means that if either of these players fall, then it's a free bomb site. Oh my goodness! 8x gets the 2K from the nade. 2-for-1 special. What a toss! Felt like F for Family would get in there, but just underhand throws it, and 2 players are blown to smithereens. 6th round picked up off of that play. 8x the star. I thought he was dead to rights. 3 players barreling down in his direction, and he keeps his composure to throw a perfect nade. All right. Bright future for this one. 10th round of play. Good flashbang thrown by Rec. But they do lose their first player. J Schleg down. $5-9-8. He's got the op as a double op setup for Rec. Knows that there's a player possibly in pit, so he's clearing it out. You just have to be careful not to go too far to your left in that situation, because you can easily get picked off. In the meantime, as I'm blabbing away, Super Smith is going to get that frag towards mid, so that will even out the numbers at a 4v4, but FS for Family have all this long control. 598 under a lot of pressure to deny it, and will get the first, has a chance to reset and chamber another round, and collects another frag. A third, perhaps? No. That is too tall of an order, but 8X will take care of what his teammates started off. Both Aries taking care of business with 2 frags apiece, and celebrations can be seen for the Rec side, and you can't blame them. 7-3. They got the opening 2. They lost 3 in a row after that, and since that point, 4 rounds in their favor. Could even be a 5th here, as a timeout's going to be called on the side of F is for Family. Chatting about how they should approach this next round. Looking at the stats here, though. Coffeeing, 13-8, leading the charge for his squad. Everyone else kind of struggling. Maybe you could look at Twice, perhaps, as a secondary player here. They haven't really been able to find the frags. And you could argue on the other side, it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, you have 598 and 8X who've had some pretty crazy rounds. You saw 8X with the nade, 598 with the AWP towards A. I mean, those 2 players are the ones contributing the most here so far for Rec. 598 continues to fight towards Long with the op. He's completely flashed out, and he baits out for 8X. Then he comes through and finds another one. It's the Aries show here, folks. No one else is invited. Pope, the latest to fall with a bullet to the dome. Coffeeing and MMC, last 2 standing, and that's not going to last too long either. Aries, 598, and 8X have 8 of the last 10 frags for their squad. And it's a 3K for 8X in this round. Speaking of 8s, that's the score that Rec has right now, 8-3. But they want 9. 8 is not enough. F is for Family. Desperate for rounds. Otherwise, this one's going to be over very quickly. They're forcing up. They have to. Last round of play in this first half. 8X. Nade going to get tossed in here. Pope. Yeah, he gets taken down to 70. I think MSC. Wow, did not get that one right. MMSC, there we go. ate some util as well. 598 opening frag and the follow-up as well. The opper here for Rec shall not be silenced until he is silenced by coughing. But what I meant is he got those 2K at the beginning and will be a 3v3. So F is for Family. Trying to regroup and get at least one more round. Good eye from coughing to watch towards lower. J Sleg, his victim. Now it's up to Super Smith and Aries 8X. 8X has been pretty good for the squad, but because F is for Family see those 2 players towards A, they're now favoring an approach into the B site. And it's read by Rec. Super Smith spots out the player, could lose the fight here. This is not looking good, and he does get 1, but the trade is there from Coffeeing. That being said, I mean, the damage done is pretty substantial. Both players 103 HP combined. 8X is pushing up, not expected at all by Coffeeing. He had the knife out, and that's the bomb. 8X can just fall back if he wants to, but he holds the line, and Pope is glad to oblige with the AWP frag as soon as he pops up from Xbox. 4th round found at the very end for F is for Family. Great recovery in the round because it looked like F is for Family were going to run away with that again. You had 598 with the 2 op frags. They finally set him down to dirt. And that is a large part of their success, getting that op out of play. Now the question becomes, who is going to help Coffeeing? 17-10 right now. No one else is really close. The next closest player is 9-10. I'm not talking about 9-10 for Mongols. That's just his record here. Rek gonna plant the bomb immediately here. Nice push in towards the B site. 8X. Reloading the Glock. Getting ready to fire off another 20 rounds. Officer family, you gotta make a move. You gotta push up. It's being waited for by Rek, but they do get a couple of frags. Now they continue pushing up. 8X can do a lot of damage, and he does! 3K for him. Another celebration on his side as Cactus gets the last. 8X loves that spot from window. That's his second 3K in almost identical circumstances. Obviously, he was on the CT side falling off previously, but this time he's on T side defending from that same spot. Wow. Deserves all the fist bumps there as he jumps to the top of the scoreboard. 16th frag picked up for himself. Perhaps a 10th round on the cards for Rek. It's a full eco for Officer family, but they get the first frag, and they did damage to 598 as well. Cactus gone. Oh, this is getting sloppy. This is getting very sloppy from Rek. Kim Jong-un does get one with the revolver, but eventually we're down to a 2v2. Both players with USPs, but there are guns on the ground for them to recover. Pope picks up the MAC-10. Nothing from MSC. Pope walks out. Great flashbang tossed, and eventually he gets the frag on the Super Smith. Last one standing is 8X, but he won't survive. It's Pope with the USP. And in a round that was pretty much a full eco featuring just the USPs, the victory goes the way of F is for family. Rek absolutely want that one back. Look at the money now for F is for family. That was the eco. They win the round. They are swimming in cash. On the side of Rek, I thought they would just force up, right, after that. But because it was an eco, even if you force up, the money's still going to be pretty good for Officer family. I say that, but, you know, Kim Jong-un and Twice are down to below $100. So maybe the force buy wouldn't have been a bad idea. I guess they're confident in their upgraded pistols. We'll see if that confidence is misplaced. Coffeeing will get a couple. Super Smith responds, then Kim Jong-un will get that third. But he's given up the space into B. They lose the foothold, which means a bomb plant should come through. J-Sleg watching the double doors. Util is very much available for F is for family. And Ares 8X only has the Tech 9. J-Sleg spots them all coming out, lines up, knocks him down. 2K for him, 2 left, and MMSC will settle it down before it gets out of hand on their side. So Rek, while they do get a bomb plant and 3 frags, will lose the round. There's the 6 coming through for F is for family. They're making a fight of this one at the very least. B site is difficult to retake, I should say, under the best of circumstances. So even when it's just 2 players waiting there, your protocols better be on point. And for F is for family, they were. Did lose a couple of bodies, but MMSC shut the door. Hasn't had that many frags, but that was an important one to find a couple of impact frags. That being said, the eco's over for Rek. They got the op in 598's hands, and he has been the better opper overall on the server. MMSC throws that smoke down. Well, they spotted him. He falls back. Kim Jong-un running as fast as he can, trying to support this A defense. Flashbang toss. Smoke is up as well. The smoke's not great. There's a big gap on the left side, so Rek could try to abuse that. Oh, nice shot from Cactus, opening up the space towards A. Kim Jong-un is down for the count, and 8X takes care of Twice as well. Coughing and CT will get one, but he's in such a tough spot that he won't really be able to activate unless his long player can start to at least make himself heard, get a frag, something. Because it is going to be very difficult to retake this site unless the periphery players shine true. And they do. Coffee and Pope get a couple. Now Coffeeing's gone, but there is the activation from MMSC and Pope. They go towards the site, 598, last one standing, smoke is tossed, needs to be good on the shot, it's the lineup, oh, he moves a little bit away from it and then dies. Oh my goodness, all he had to do was keep his crosshair where it was, but as he fires, there's a micro adjustment and he moves off the player. So that will be another successful round for Officer Family. Their CT side is really starting to get rolling. And for Rec, I mean, you're getting bomb plants, which is good. You know, you can keep your economy a little bit healthier, but the loss bonus at 2,900 won't yield them a proper buy-up. So they opt for the half buy. And we go on here. Oh, flashed out, gets one, traded out immediately. AK on the ground is going to be grabbed. You'd think, oh, what happened here? It's a disconnect. It's a disconnect for MMSC. No way was he still in the server. It's okay, though. Twice saves the day. Supa Smith, last one standing. There are guns available, but he's going to have to go out into the open to grab them. Kim Jong-un, watching with the op. That was either an alt-tab or a disconnect. I'm not sure which one. We'll see in this next round. Oh, that's not great from Kim Jong-un. Misses the shot. Supa Smith tagged down to 16 this time, and then Kim Jong-un finishes him off after tagging him with the P250. Yeah, he's gone. MMSC is gone out of the server, so we have a tactical timeout being called. Probably a technical timeout at this point. I mean, I know we're not an ECL or Tier 1, Tier 2, but I know the reaction times aren't that bad. Definitely a disconnect as we were watching that come through. All right, looks like we've got a bit of a delay coming through here, guys. So let's check out what the chat is saying. You guys cheering anyone on? Who's your favorite team here in this matchup? Are you an F is for Family guy? Or do you like that Rex squad? Sounds like I've just heard that we're going to be back in the action in about a minute. So it's open like different regions. I see this as NA East. Yes. I don't know if it's NA West and East, but I do know that there's Europe. Europe open, NA open as well. So there's those types of regions if that's what you're talking about, Lotus B-Hop. But yeah. We do have a graphic to show you guys. There you go. That is your path to Pro League or Challenger League. Start with open, entry, intermediate, main, advanced, and then a LAN and potentially ESL Pro League, and of course you can make it the Challenger League now through the ESEA Elite. You have to go through the open qualifiers to get into that league to find your way to Challenger. So there you go, your answer to the question. Sort of. But yes, there are different regions. What rank are these guys? They're 910. They're face at 910. That's why it's called Open 910. There you go. All right, back to the action here. 598 opens it up with an op frag onto Kim Jong-un, so wins the op v op duel this time, as he's been doing for the majority of the map. He's not stopping. AWP or not. He wants to get a move on. Look at the space gain into the B site. No one's really watching for F is for Family. I'm surprised they've left such a defensive gap here. Twice close by. But this is a free plant now. Supa Smith and Coffeeing trade out frags. Oh, Coffeeing. That is an interesting spot for your AWP and your view model. But anyway, perhaps following the pros lead there. We've seen some crazy stuff come through. Officer Family. They've got the util. You got to use it if you want to get in. Jace, like that nade should be good. It is for a decent amount of damage, and he will pop around the corner and do the rest with the bullets. MMSC trying to clutch it out once more, and he almost does, but he falls short after that third frag, as Cactus will get his 16th on the map, and WR3K finally end that string of round victories for F is for Family. It was 4 in a row, and WR3K will get that 10th. Three more rounds for WR3K, and they will get their third win on the season. Again, as mentioned, it's been a bit of a struggle for them so far, but they're hoping that this will at least bring them to a 5-0 record. That being said, Pope going to get 3 op frags in a row, doesn't miss a single shot. WR3K unable to respond, and Pope might even get the ace. 8X's latest victim, Cactus last one standing, and Cactus will get a couple here. This will be a 1v5 clutch if he pulls it off. He's already got the first 2. MMSC, oh no, that's not the place to be. Cactus right in front of the smoke as it fades, and a couple of players will be able to spot him out, and that will end the chance at the clutch. F's for Family on to 9. 20th round of play. WR3K, they could be aggressive here. They could force up if they wanted to. I mean, you have Cactus at 4.6, but maybe just the hero rifle's the call? No. They decide, let's keep the money healthy. Let's go for a proper buy-up in the next round and see what these pistols can grant us. This looks like a B-rush. It is a B-rush. How will it go? Twice, what do you got? Twice got only 1. J-Slug gets the immediate trade. Kim Jong-un firing away. Lots of damage done to WR3K, but that's the B-side gained again. And another bomb plant. Hope breaks the smoke open with the nade. 598 spots one of those players, but the smoke will retake the space that the nade cleared up. Cactus has that big piece in the A4. Super Smith, P250, couple of nice headshots. Would be welcome from him if you're WR3K. Kim Jong-un and MMSC will get a couple though, and Coffeeing gets traded out, but it's all down to Super Smith, and it will be a successful retake again for F is for Family towards this B site. 10-10. We are all tied up, folks, and this is a 6-2 run right now for F is for Family in terms of round victories. Felt like WR3K were starting to run away with it after the way that first half closed out, but F is for Family winning that fourth started something for them. Lit a fire beneath their feet. Now they're threatening to take the lead. For the first time since, I believe, round number 5. Maybe we can get that up on screen afterwards. But 598 is going to get an opener, but MSC and Kim Jong-un both deny a couple of players from taking that space towards long and keep the man advantage in their favor. Twice and lower. This might be overlooked. Here's all the footsteps. It is. 1, 2, almost a third. J-Slug, last one standing here. Pope pulls at the Tech 9 and finishes the job his teammates started, and it will be 11-10. And yeah, it was since round number 5. That's the last time that F is for Family had the lead, and now they've got it back in their hands. And look at Coffeeing at the top. I mean, he's been solid since the beginning, but he continues to rack up the frags. 26 and 17. Maybe we can see his ADR here, if possible. Will we get that? Oh, apparently it's not working, guys. Technical issues. It's okay. He's got a lot of ADR. Oh, there it is. Showing up on the HUD. 95 for him. He was hovering around 100. It's the last chance for WR3K. I got production where you're saying you can divide the damage by the amount of rounds, and expecting me to do that while casting is very ambitious. I appreciate the thought. I probably could, but I'm not going to try because we already have it. 95. It is pretty much 100, actually. He's correct. 22 divided by 11. Yeah, anyway, whatever. 22 divided by 22. See, I already messed up. I wasn't even going to do the right math. Pope going to get that opening frag onto Aries. Kim Jong-un, gone. 8X, finally chiming in with something. He's been quiet for the last little bit. MMSC, spamming down towards those double doors, and now Pope, who had that 4K a couple of rounds ago, again connects towards long. They just can't get past him. J-Slag, looking for the trade, but he's down to only himself and Supa Smith. 54 seconds on the clock, and they're trying to regroup towards the B side, which isn't a bad call. That's where they've had the most success, at least in getting the bombs planted. But twice, looked at J-Slag, walk out with his back turned, and will get that frag. Supa Smith the trade, but it continues to be dire for Rek. Yes, the B site is vacant, but Pope's watching with the AWP. At least I believe he is. Well, now he's going to direct his attention to the B double doors as that smoke is thrown. Supa Smith fakes the plant. Goes for the fight instead. Not a bad idea. Gets the first, not the second. Copying will drop him down to dirt as he was fighting with MMC. And that will be the 12th picked up by F is for Family. Great effort by Rek in the round, but F is for Family just felt like they were one step ahead every single time. And this could be the last round here in our second match. Copying, 28 frags. Deserves a bit of a treat from his teammates if they win this one. Maybe a coffee. J-Slag gonna get dropped by Pope. He's picked up his opping game here in this second half. Cactus. I mean, they're getting stalled out already. They can't wait around here, otherwise they're just gonna get picked apart one by one. There we go. MMSC gets another one. 598 finally responds here. They're trying to get across. They're so tentative about their approach because of Pope. And Pope takes the head clean off of Supa Smith. Second frag in the round for him. Even finds the third with the USP. Finishes with 19. And a 13-10 win for F is for Family. Wraps up our second match